If you're a startup founder looking to raise funds, this is the first step that you need to take, which is basically make a perfect pitch deck. The first slide should be the introduction slide, which should have the name along with the logo and preferably a QR code which scans and takes you to the product page. Second slide could have an easy explanation or just two line like summing up your entire idea in just two sentences, which is extremely attractive. Basically, this is the first time that an investor would be reading your pitch deck, and within the first 2 seconds, you need to grab their attention. So you need to write something very short and crisp and extremely attractive that makes the investor understand about what you're trying to do, which space that you're trying to build in, and gets impressed in the very first 2 seconds. Up next, in the next slide, you talk about the problem statement that you're trying to deal with. Talk very less words and maximum try to bring in a lot of infographics and show what exactly is the problem that you're trying to solve. Next is the solution. What is it that you have thought about the being the solution of the problem that you've just mentioned in the previous slide, following by which you need to talk about your product. What is the product that you have designed? What are the features that it has? Everything about your product. Now, ideally, between these slides, put the target market, that exactly who are the people that you're targeting. Also, make sure that the data that you're using in all of your slides has to be government backed, or preferably the best, your own research. Do your own surveys, attach those files in the bottom. Next up comes the traction. If you have a good product, if you have a good idea, make sure that you're converting it into a good product, which is basically your MVP, and you're bringing people on it. Finally, the competitive analysis. How are you better than them? You might have seen multiple tables and quadrants which actually shows how you are differentiated into the market and how you're the best among everybody. So make sure that you have the competitive analysis for people to know that, okay, who's it exactly that you're competing with. Then comes your ask. What is it? What is the amount that you're trying to raise against what valuation that you're targeting? That has to be the next slide. And finally, ending it with the team slide. Who are you building it with? If at all you have somebody very experienced in the problem that you're solving, make sure that you have the team slide at the starting, because that holds a key importance. You need to tell them why you are the best person to solve for that problem. So if at all you have a veteran or a very senior person in your team who is the best suitable person to solve that problem, make sure that you integrate that slide at the starting. Otherwise, this has to be at the end. And finally, end it with a small, I generally do it, I end it with a small thank you note. If you won't do that, otherwise end it there with a thank you note, that with just saying thank you at the end. So this is how you build your pitch deck for your seed or pre-seed level. Make sure you build it right, make sure that you have traction, and then you're going for this process. And DM in the section, and DM for any kind of help that you need in this. Keep building right.